To make the discussion as smooth as possible, we kindly ask that you raise your hand if you have a question. When the microphone reaches you, please introduce yourself, mentioning your publication, and specify which spokesperson
Good
your
afternoon.
question is intended to.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for the question. So first about the competition. Of course, I know that India is one of the worst competitive market in the world. Yeah. So past 7 years, as I mentioned in a speech, we are not like a universal payment to everyone. We are focused on specific industry most, education, broker, and petrol station, right? Of course, we go with everyone, but so 3 segments deep dive. The industry specific, like for the education, we need a settlement into each purpose, like a dormitory fee or bus fee or tuition fee. We need deposit in 3 purpose instantly. Such kind of a specific option. And also brokerage, also real-time authentication is required to apply BFSI regulators, like a SAFE. So such kind of way we spend 7 years. That was a point. Not compete with deep dive industry. That's the first answer. And the second is our security. That's your true. So how we can face the next few years or 3, or maybe 5 years, how can we face the security attack and such kind of risk? So one is as ADAPTIS we told, and passive approach is to accumulate all the case in the world we can gather. Not only payment company in the APAC, in the world, we can accumulate any attack on any technology instantly we can gather. And the proactive approach, we have R&D center in anywhere, and to accumulate a case and utilize proactive action, how we can take. And the last is you mentioned the operation. That is most important actually. So as I mentioned in the speech, automated operation is not just a passive, not to reduce the cost, but very proactive approach to be safely and also more easily and also excellent experience to the customer and also merchant. And of course secure. That is our thought. If the answer is me. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good afternoon.
Request you to kindly mention the name of the spokesperson you want the response from. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Myself Babita from News Hub. My question is, what does the new unified brand represents and how does it align with NTT data global vision?
Okay, thank you for the question. Of course, yes, we are now changed to the ADAPTIS brand, overall our group, payment group companies. Then because the current payment service is totally changing from the current 50, 60 years is so dominant by the used to be the credit card, the Visa and MasterCard. But current the evolution is totally changing. Then the local rails is the most important part for the payment industry. In that context, we need to be more localized and so more adapting to the regulation each country. But of course, the more extension that these kind of the convenient the payments the methods it needs to be to connect it to each other. So that's why we are providing the ADAPTIS. Then so we have the many group company in ASEAN region and in Japan. So then so we are connecting each other. Then so we are local rate to the more cross-border rates. Then so we can the more efficient, the more convenient, more cheapest way to pay for the not only the local to for the cross-borders. Then so the for ADAPTIS brand. So I mentioned sometimes the adapt to local because so we are NTT data so we are providing the payment services the over 40 years in Japan past. Then so our expertise for this experience and the use case that can be utilized for other regions and countries. So but of course in Japan it is very Japan specific service and the standard and specs are there. Then, so it is also very important how to protect the country and how to protect our country's behavior. So that's why we are now is also changing to the more local expertise plus the global use case. It's also combined in one brand. So that's why we are starting this ADAPTIS brand, the globally right now.
How do you balance innovation with simplicity for customers and merchants?
Yes, simplicity and the more seamless way is the most important part. Also, our important part is also how to grow our clients. So in that context, of course, the local payment method and the local way and the local how to adapt to the local behavior. In that case, is that we need to be more localized each country basis. So, but some other countries already starting some other integration and combination of some other systems. For example, is a post register connecting to the terminal. So in that case, is so how to more conveniently and the end-to-end process is more automatically and so need to be more seamless transaction make it. So in that case, is make a balance is the most important part for us. So because so our strong point, rather than the other global competitors, our expertise is also more local expertise. Then so we know what's happening on the market, and so we know how regulator is trying to implement these kind of service and these kind of rules. So it is our main target for us. So that's why so for ADAPTIS brand that we are making it balance from local perspective and global use case. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir, and welcome to India.